Welcome, true crime enthusiasts and mystery seekers. Today, we're diving into a tale that has captivated and mystified the public for decades. It's a story intertwined with power, secrecy, and allegations of a cover-up so complex that it challenges the trust we place in authority. This is not just a crime story, it's an unraveling of a high-profile case that might just prove that truth can be stranger than fiction. We begin in the late hours of a warm summer night, under the neon glow of city lights that hid more than they revealed. A prominent figure, renowned, respected, and influential, was found dead under circumstances that sparked immediate whispers of foul play. Officially ruled an accident or suicide, the public wasn't buying it. The details didn't add up, and the air buzzed with suspicion. What was initially a momentary shock evolved into a full-blown theory. Was this tragedy a meticulously orchestrated cover-up by the government? The initial reports were clean and crisp, almost too precise, some would say. The coroner's statement left out key details that would later emerge, leaked by anonymous insiders and pieced together by vigilant journalists. Autopsy discrepancies, missing evidence, and unusual marks that couldn't be explained away by the official story. It all screamed for deeper scrutiny. Why were certain witnesses never interviewed? Why did crucial security footage go mysteriously missing, only to resurface later with portions allegedly edited out? And most compelling of all, why were high-ranking officials suddenly involved in what should have been a routine investigation? The pieces simply did not fit together. Just when the noise was starting to die down, insiders began to speak up. Former government agents, retired detectives, and whistleblowers hinted at buried truths. One claimed that files related to the case were classified almost immediately, locked away under a pretense of national security. Why would a seemingly personal tragedy be protected with such force? These insiders described a web of motivations, ranging from political gains to economic interests that could have been threatened if the real story emerged. If even half of what they suggested was true, this case wasn't just an isolated incident, but a thread that connected to a larger, shadowy network. Mainstream media outlets quickly became embroiled in the debate. Some dug deeper, publishing explosive exposés that implicated powerful figures. Others tread more carefully, as if wary of stepping on toes too significant to challenge. Then came the rumors of gag orders and subtle threats to journalists who dared to push too far. Interviews that were never aired, investigative pieces that were mysteriously pulled just hours before release. Was it merely coincidence or an invisible hand at play? Independent journalists and online sleuths filled the void, poring over every word, photograph, and soundbite with a magnifying glass. These individuals, untethered to traditional editorial oversight, had more freedom to speculate and piece together theories. A collective effort of amateur detectives working in basements and coffee shops soon painted a picture that made the official narrative seem almost laughably incomplete. What were the potential motives behind a cover-up of this scale? One theory points to a scandal so explosive it could have shattered reputations and careers at the highest echelons of power. Documents obtained through leaks and Freedom of Information Act requests hinted at deals gone wrong, backroom agreements, and financial transactions that would have raised eyebrows in even the most corrupt of circles. But the true horror lay in the implications of such a cover-up. If this could happen to someone of influence, what about the ordinary person who becomes inconvenient? This was no longer just a whodunit. It became a case study in power, fear, and the lengths to which those in control would go to maintain their grip. As the years passed, new information continued to trickle out. High-profile figures began to waver under public pressure, offering subtle acknowledgments that all was not as it seemed. A retired senator let slip in an interview. There were things in that investigation that didn't match up, and I think we all know why. Those words, replayed thousands of times across platforms, ignited a new wave of interest. The release of once classified documents, albeit heavily redacted, provided tantalizing glimpses into what might have happened. Notes scrawled in the margins of official reports, cryptic messages between government agents. It was enough to keep theorists working overtime, reanalyzing every shred of data for hidden meaning. Even now, as new pieces continue to surface, the question remains: did the government cover up this high-profile crime, The full truth, if it ever comes out, may be more complicated than anyone could have imagined. But one thing is certain, this case has left a permanent scar on public trust, a reminder that transparency and truth are often elusive when power is at stake. So, where does that leave us? Perhaps the real power lies in the vigilance of the people, those who refuse to let these stories fade away, who demand accountability, and who push for answers, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Keep questioning, keep digging, and remember, in a world where secrets are currency, the truth may be the most dangerous asset of all. Would you believe the cover-up or dismiss it as an elaborate web of coincidences? Let me know your thoughts. And if there's another story you'd like to see unveiled, stay tuned and let's dive deep once again.